Hi everybody, it looks like Moodle's back up and running, so I'm going to make that recording now for you. So you want to go to moodle.i4wi.com and then you'll log in using your same username and password that you use to get into the computers. And once you get in, you'll have a navigation. And not sure if you are aware of this or not, but the default layout is a three uh, column layout. You can begin to dock some things onto the left side of your course just by simply clicking this button here. Okay, and you could come over here and you can dock some more things like online users, etc. Okay, and this will make your course look much better once you get into the main section. So if you go to navigation, my courses, you should have a teacher training course. If you don't have that course, please email me. Alright, so then once I log in, here are the sections I have. Best practices of an online educator. It'd be nice if you could just review your best practices of an online educator. We have resources providing audio feedback. I have to go in and edit the links for this because they didn't come through how they were supposed to. Having that issue with the Grantsburg email links sitting in there, so as soon as I get those fixed, then they'll be accessible. What I'm talking about here is this. When I come in here and I click this and open in a new tab, it brings me to our Outlook, and so I need to go back in, open those when I'm in Outlook from the email, and then re-link all these links here for you. So I'll take care of that here shortly. And then we're going to do a book study, kind of a little RTI. And so we have the Maximum Tier 1 Improving Full Class Instruction by Pat Quinn. This is what I referenced yesterday, that Mark Johnson and I went to last year. And so we have a site license for the book. So if you were to click on that, it would open up the book for you. And it's a 110-page book, and so you can simply read through that at this point. If you had an iPad or whatnot, you could download this into your Kindle if you wanted to, and then it would record, where you were at each time. Okay? But for our training purposes, for the back to school workshop this week, we would like you to read the first two chapters, and in chapter 1, in looking at the 4 directions identified by Pat Quinn that students need, what one direction do you feel I-Forward students need more than others, and explain why you believe this to be the case. And then do another posting on chapter 2. So you'd want to go something like this: add a new discussion topic, and then you could say something such as Chapter 1, Directions, or Student Direction, My Thoughts. And then I believe that I-Forward students, and then whatever it is that you want. If you want to subscribe to this so that you get a reply anytime somebody posts something to the forum or an email, go ahead. Otherwise, I would just leave it as is, and then you click post to forum. You have 30 minutes to edit it, and so now we would have chapter 1, and there's my posting. Then I would go on and I'd do another discussion topic, and I would say chapter 2. And chapter 2 says there are 3 specific areas in regards to individual differences discussed: background information, rates of learning, and how students learn. What activities do you do during your class sessions that help address the differences I-Forward students have in these 3 specific areas? So what type of differentiation or varying activities do you do to address these areas? Okay, and so I address the differences in students in my class by ... Okay, and again, post a forum. So if you get that done this week, that would be tremendous. So chapters 1 and 2. After posting your initial post, please review other staff members' posts looking for new ideas. Please reply to others, letting them know what you might try as a result of reviewing their teaching practices that address these 3 areas of individual differences. We're trying this out so that we can build that professional learning community amongst us. We don't always get much time, especially being in a distance learning situation. We don't get much time to share what we're doing with each other, and so that'd be great. So if you could do this by Thursday the 28th and then post, that'd be great. So Thursday the 28th, and then moving into next week, look and do some replies. So about 2 weeks to do the 2 chapters. So hopefully that's not too strenuous for you. Again, I said the chapters aren't that long. They might be, say, 15 pages. So hopefully that'll work out pretty easily for you. All right, let's go back to the class. I'm sorry, the course, which is really just a one-stop shop for you to get things that you need throughout the year. So this course will be fluid and growing throughout the year. All right. Later on in December, we'll do a video study. Same thing in January. All right. How-tos for class sessions jigsaw. So here is the link to the teacher in-service recordings, which obviously we don't have any because they haven't taken place. So I'll be putting those in here as they come across, so we have them. And then Jigsaw mobile app for the iPad. Here's a link to the mobile app that is located in the iTunes store that can go on your iPad. And so you can take a look at that and learn more about that. Then we have Jigsaw Training Video Library. So if you wanted to look anything else up, you could come here, and then here's the link down here. So you'd click that link down there, and away you go. Okay. Alright, then we have some other videos that have been made in the past. We have Genesis System Teacher Training, and so right now this is Blackboard Illuminate recording. I'm going to try and figure out how to extract it from there so we can put it on YouTube. But Genesis System Teacher Training, and so you'd put in your name and email, and then you'd get the Blackboard recording. So that would help you learn more about the Genius system. It's our student information system, and you want to check that out, especially if you're new. If you want to review and see if you remember everything, that would be good for you as well. We need to update our teacher profile, so at the very least, make sure you watch this video in this section. Okay, it's only 2 minutes and 49 seconds, and I show you how to update your teacher profile, which we need to make sure and do a better job of every quarter. All right. Emailing in Genius. Remember, when we email in Genius, it will record for us what we've emailed, so it will track it for us. We can also mass email parents, and these are blind copied. We can set some parameters within our courses, etc. So make sure you take a look at that. The Excel and Final Grades video is not created yet because we're not even close to that, so that got pushed off. All right, entering passwords for exams and quizzes. If you want to learn about how to do that in Brain Honey, which is our main learning management system, that right there is how you do that. Brain Honey adding and editing. So you want to view this video to learn how to add and edit or hide items. This is just a general overview to Brain Honey. Okay. And then adding an assignment in Brain Honey, so you might have some duplication here and here. And then how can students change their picture in Brain Honey? So these videos were made by our colleagues here at iForward, so you'll want to take a look at that. But some of them may have some repeat information, but that's okay. All right, Google Doc basics. I created a video on Google Docs for iForward, okay, because this is new for us this year. and so you want to take a look at that. But Jesse has created student accounts for every one of our students in Google Docs. So every one of our students has an @iForward Wisconsin.com Google account in our Google domain, just like you guys received one last year. And so I have some different videos here. Google Forms, this remember will show you how to create a Google form for your attendance. It is recorded in Jigsaw. However, I have not seen if it's searchable, like our Google Forms would be searchable. Google Classroom. Google Classroom's new this year. Here's a great tutorial on Google Classroom and what it could do for you. So you might want to think about using that, especially if you're having students write papers and you want to track their progress and be able to see it, because you will always have access to their papers in Google Classroom and Google Docs if they're shared with you, which is very beneficial because then you can track how far kids have gotten and you can send them an email saying, hey, I noticed that you haven't done anything, your videos due, or your papers due tomorrow, so please get going on it. All right, Google Hangouts, this is something we want to pilot and test out a little bit, but Google Hangouts is a spot where you can pull kids in. You can have little meetings in small groups. They could potentially do a hangout together, work on homework together, things like that. So we're going to be experimenting with this a little bit. It'd be kind of like their own little jigsaw room, but it'd be in Google. All right, here is some information about SLOs. So this is the SLO toolkit. It just goes to the live binder related to SLOs, and so you'll notice that it talks about the planning template, SLO information, SLO guidebook, repository of examples, and interval timeline. It may be good just to skim through that at this point and become more familiar with it if you're not. Creating smart SLOs. Okay, and so here's just another live binder of information. All right, NWA map training links. So we just were able to get started on getting set up on this because of some things that happened over the summer that took it longer than we had hoped. But I'm just trying to create a Google Doc here that has all the resources, and I've set it so that anyone with the link can view. So you should be able to view this. If not, make sure you're logged into your iForward account and then go from there. And so we have the Help Center, the Proctor Help Center, NWA login site for students and testing, NWA login site for teachers and proctors. You'll notice that they're close but a little bit different. Okay. All right. So more information will come on that if you're involved in that part. And then Dan's training session on soft phones, based on some information last night. I just put this in here so that you could review your soft phones and make sure that they are all working fine. So that's an overview to our training course that will be fluid this year. And so please let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.